Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we tried that new Popeye's ghost pepper chicken sandwich and man were we disappointed. It is not spicy at all, but that's the way it is. And here we are, and where we are is Arabia on a King of the Desert version of the map, watching JorDan playing as the blue Lithuanians take on the Viper playing as the yellow Malay. Now, while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Lithuanians, a civilization that focuses very much on their heavy cavalry. Their knights, their cavaliers, and their paladins all get a free attack boost for every relic that's collected, all the way up to a maximum of 4 relics, so a +4 for free if you collect 4 of these little golden guys. Now, this feature also applies to their unique unit, the Lattice. This is a heavy cavalry unit whose attack actually ignores armor, making it one of the deadliest cavalry units in the game. Now, to gather relics and get this free attack boost as fast as possible, Lithuanian monasteries do work faster than usual. Now, on the field of battle, to support their armies, their spear line units and their skirmishers do move 10% faster, and both can be upgraded to get extra pierce armor. Now, to build a robust economy to support their military endeavors out on the map, the Lithuanians, each town center provides 100 extra food, and they can be much harder to raid in Castle Age, since they can upgrade these town centers to have +3 range, which makes them outrange most mangonels in the game. Now, opposing JorDan, we've got the Viper in his usual yellow as the Malay, a naval civilization that does come with a few late game land features that make them potentially one of the hardest civilizations to deal with. Now, first, the Malay battle elephants do become progressively cheaper as the game goes on, all the way up to 40% cheaper in Imperial. Their infantry get all armor upgrades for free, so you'll see at the top right of your screen when the Viper does go up to Feudal. I'm assuming he's going to go up to Feudal at some point in the very near future. You'll see that the box here, what do we want to call this? This checkbox will fill in automatically. And last but not least, their militia line units can be upgraded to cost only food. So remember, while Malay don't get champions, this upgrade, when you also get the supplies upgrade, basically turns their two-handed swordsman into a trash unit that only costs 65 food. Now, to help raid their opponent's base, to help clog up the works, the Malay have access to their unique unit, the Karambit Warrior. This is an incredibly cheap, super fast, but overall kind of weak infantry unit that only takes up half a population space. Oh, I was going to say this might be the first villager I've seen pull a rhino that didn't get hurt. Rhinos move pretty damn fast. I should say non-Berber villager. But no, he does take some damage at the end. But as I was saying, Karambit Warriors are the only unit in the game that do not take up 1 population space, but each one of them actually takes up half a population space. If you're a fan of StarCraft, think of them as a Zergling. So if you have 100 of them, they only take up 50 population room. Now, in order to help you get your butt up to the late game, to get up to Castle, to Imperial, maybe even Feudal as fast as possible, the Malay do go up to the next age 66% faster. Now, what that means is you can either rush to the next age and hit it before your opponent, or you can take a more relaxed, a more languid approach, a stroll down, Arabia lane, build up your economy, and then catch up later. For now, though, it is JorDan off the back of 17 villagers who is going up to Feudal Age. First, let's take a look at what the opponents have seen of each other's bases. JorDan, unfortunately for him, has gone north, and so we'll miss the Viper's entire base here to the east. The Viper, literally a little crooked straight line. A crooked straight line. That's not that. That's a bit of an oxymoron, but a bit of a crooked line. We're not going to say what exactly this thing looks like, but did discover where his opponent is. JorDan has made a little bit of a circle. I suspects that maybe his opponent is up north. Very interesting. In any event, let's take a look at the bases while the players continue to expand. The Viper, 22 villagers as opposed to the usual 20 or so. Like I mentioned, the Malay, you can take a bit more time to go up to the next age because you will catch up to your opponent fairly quickly. JorDan's primary gold, nice and secure in the back. Primary stone, a little bit in the forward position. I don't mind this base at all. One house walls off the entire forward portion, and then you've got a bit of a medium level wall off north, completely open. And unfortunately for him, that's where all of these secondary resources are of gold. The Viper, primary gold, also secure in the back. Primary stone also exposed in a much more forward position on a hill, which is going to make mining this very annoying since there's no way you can put a town center anywhere nearby. So we'll have to rely on some mining camps. Forward portion of his base completely open. To the north, to the east, easier to wall off. To the south, very easy to wall off. But man, is he exposed to the front, whereas JorDan has two forests protecting him for at least the initial part of the game, and already starting to build a bit of a funnel approach so that if the Viper wants to engage from the north, he's going to have to do so through town center fire. Not a bad strategy. The Viper moving forward here with some militia. Why did JorDan delete that house? Loses a villager. Not something we see every day. But oh man, is the Viper on a roll here. First blood goes to him, but he will pay the price. Loses 2 militia for 1 villager. Not exactly an equal not exactly an equal loss here in terms of resources, but who can say what is better, to lose 2 early game militia that generally don't do anything, or to lose a villager in the earlier stages of the game? Both players now in feudal. Let's take a look at their structures. A stable for our Lithuanian, no surprise there. For our cavalry civilization, our Malay archery range, and no other structure as of yet. Both players plopping down a huge amount of palisades, although JorDan might want to complete that in the middle there. Should notice. But in the event that he doesn't, the Viper now has a little bit of an entry point into the southern part of JorDan's base, and the Viper being so annoying with the spearman says, you know what? I know how to wall you into my base. Interesting bit of wall off there. Not sure why he put the palisade gate there. But in any event, I mean, JorDan just escaped to the north. But now JorDan returning the favor here, also getting a villager. Kill count now 4-1 in his favor. And this poor hapless villager, all he wanted to do was build something. He has a hammer in his hand, but oh no, is JorDan trapped in here? No, he is not. But to get through these, he would have had to double back right through a spearman. I don't know if it was, might have been worth it to go that way and take a 1 hit. None of these guys are going to die from 1 hit, right? Even the weakest one still has 21 HP. Attack bonus 15 and 3. No armor, so 18. So they would have survived even if he had luckily attacked the weakest one. Second structure going up for our Lithuanian. He is going for an archery range. We are going to go see some battles in Feudal Age, it looks like. And JorDan is still here. Gets another villager and a gold miner to boot. I didn't take a look and see if that gold miner was carrying any gold, but if it was, what a waste of both a villager and gold. The Viper here has to secure his base a little bit better. Agrees building archers, although I suspect this could potentially be for counter harassment. Wow, okay. So far, so freaking good. JorDan 6-1 kill count, 2 villagers to 1. Scouts have taken a little bit more damage. My favorite lemon bushes. Where are the blue butterflies? They've been scared away. Oh no. They have been scared away. No, there they are. Oh, what a beautiful little bush. Sorry, guys. Oh, you know, if you've watched this cast, if you've been an awesome subscriber and participant in this channel, you know what to expect by now. You know I can't let it go by. There's certain things that I just, oh, like this. You know, there's certain things I just can't take my eyes off of you. Sorry, I don't know why I lapsed into song. I think seeing the lion made me think of Wizard of Oz, which made me lapse into song. But there are certain things that I love to focus on, whether it's the nature, whether it's the beautiful lemon bushes, which are now all gone, depleted. Don't tell. Who is it? The World Wildlife? What is it? The WWF? The World Wildlife Federation, is it? Oh, I can never remember. JorDan still running around, has lost one of these scouts over here. to the spearmen, who now have 1 kill. But the Viper, taking the long route, has made it into JorDan's base. Will he get this villager? Oh, he will not, it looks like. And now he stepped into the town center fire as well. Oh no, disastrous turn of events here for the Viper, who loses 2 archers in exchange for diddly squat. But on the back of this, does look like he actually killed the other scout as well. 1 skirmisher enough to annoy the hell out of this wood line and push back a few of the villagers, it seems like. Oh, notices that there's a villager coming, says, you know what, I'm done attacking this house. I'm just going to attack the villager, and even though I'm not going to kill that villager, oh, look at this. Oh, JorDan trying to Viper wall the Viper. And the Viper again steps into the town center fire. Oh, and together with a skirmisher, loses his entire expeditionary force. JorDan still very much in the lead in terms of kill count. Attacking this lumber camp may not be the best use of his skirmishers, but in come the scouts. Viper ready, says, you know what? I know you're in feudal. I know your attack went from 3 to 5. I know you're a bit of a better unit than you were in the Dark Age, but I can still kick your ass with my villagers, especially with my spearmen. Let's take a look at civilian populations while the players, while Viper hits castle. JorDan as well, right as I finish that sentence. 34 civilians for our Lithuanian, 36 for our Malay. Army supply 12 to 5 in what? Skirmishers. I don't know why I clicked the skirmishers and it took me to these ostriches. You're not skirmishers. You're an adorable ostrich guarding a relic. 2nd town center going up for a Lithuanian. Ooh, not too sure about this location. I guess it secures certain parts of the map with a attack radius, and it's kind of close and can be used as part of a funnel. But it's so close to this Tetris piece of gold. I'm not too sure why he didn't just build it over there. In any event, not going to second guess JorDan. JorDan's game instincts obviously about what, 1,000,000 times better than mine. For now, still being annoying with his skirmishers, but long swordsmen are out. And take a look, the second he hit castle at the top right of your screen, there's that 2nd box that gets checked, and so armor upgrades automatically. Man, the Malay can be so deadly and annoying to deal with. Look at JorDan. Look at JorDan. He's trying to get the Viper to garrison his villagers, but the Viper's not falling for it. It says, nah, no idle time for me. Oh, man. Take a look at the bottom right. Not a stat that I usually look at, but idle time for the TC, 22 seconds out of 22 minutes. Holy moly. The Viper going for a monastery. You know, when you're playing a civ like the Lithuanians that absolutely needs relics, you absolutely need to deny them that relic. Oh, is he out of wood? Could have been out of wood there for a second. This one villager just hanging out on this carpet, saying, you know what? The developers put this carpet in here for a reason, so I'm just going to enjoy myself. 3rd town center for the Viper. Love this location. Easily attack from the high ground, which kind of sucks, but I love that it takes control of the area and also gives him access to stone. Lion chasing skirmishers. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh no, JorDan not paying attention. Poke, and he's dead. Poke, and he's dead. Ostrich is still protecting the relic. Now 2 lions. The Tsavo man-eaters. I posted a video a few days ago, or maybe it was longer. I don't know exactly when I'm going to post this one, if I end up posting this one. But it had the Ghost and the Darkness, an absolutely awesome movie with Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas. Gordon Gecko. Where are you going? Where are you going? Defend your spearmen. Oh, they let out a big bellow, and then they enter into the town center range, and the knights come in and defend. Oh, and now you're going to be put up in Chicago somewhere in a museum for everyone to see you. Even though you didn't really get 130. How many kills did the Tsavo man-eaters get? 130? 180? Sorry, guys. Sometimes... Oh, my God. He deleted. There's a gap in the defenses. Sometimes the brain remembers certain things and then forgets others. I guess that's how memory works. Selective memory. Is that a term? When you're remembering good things? Will lose the knight. So a few skirmishes happening around the map. Current relic count 0 to 0. Although the presence of 3 Lithuanian monks might change that. The Viper, though, for his part, going also up to 3 monks. Let's see actually what they've seen of the relic count. The Viper has seen 1, 2. Has not seen 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did someone... Okay, so someone pinched one of the relics. I'll take a look in the map in a second. JorDan has seen 1, obviously. Duh, he's going for it. 2, 3. Hasn't seen the one that's really close to his base here. But who has the relic? Of course, it's the Viper who had the first relic and has deposited into his opulent looking super fun monastery here with the elephant statues and the candles. Long swordsmen continuing their advance. Upgrades 0 plus 2, obviously. A 4th town center as well for our Malay. We saw the Viper use the Vietnamese battle elephants in a similar way to Hussars earlier, and he did that off the back of a lot of town centers. He's going up. He's oh my goodness, he's 25% ahead of his opponent in terms of villager count. Lion, oh, you didn't deserve this fate. How many pikemen did you have to call, Viper, to kill that lion? That was just unnecessarily violent. This monk looking for the relic that was here. It is no longer here. He hasn't seen this relic as well, the Viper. This is his vision. JorDan also hasn't seen it. Not sending any units this way either. Relic count still 1-0. I don't see any other relics on the map, which means somewhere out there are 3 monks. Or maybe, no. Yeah, 3 monks. Okay, now the Viper's got 2. JorDan's got 1. So it's going to be 2 relics apiece. And luckily for JorDan, his relic is very close to where he is and where he spawned out on the map. But will the Viper give him an opportunity? Doubt Castle going up off the back of how many villagers? 9 villagers. Nope. Never mind. Viper decides, you know what? I don't want to alert you. I don't want to make it obvious what I'm about to do. And JorDan with the converts gets 2 of these long swordsmen, and the rest, as they say, is history. Pike versus crossbows and long swordsmen and skirmishers and knights and a monk. Oh my. Not a battle those pikemen wanted to take. And now he discovers... Well, oh, it looks like JorDan wanted to build a siege workshop on top of this mountain. Instead, discovers a Malay castle that's starting to produce karambits, the quickest producing unit in the game. There they are. The Zerglings are out. Let's see what he can do with them. Let's see how many he produces. I might be getting excited for nothing. Sanctity, forging. Not that forging really affects the monks. But with Sanctity, his monks are going to be a little bit tankier. 4 of them out. Knights, take a look. Take a look at the top left of your screen while we watch this attempt by the Viper to bust in. You see there's no forging. There's no iron casting. Obviously, the Lithuanians don't get blast furnace. That would just be too unfair to have to have paladins with +6 attack. Rather, what am I talking about? +6. Much, much more than +6. But right now, his knights at a +2 because he's got 2 relics. Has he seen the last one? No, still no. But what he is seeing is this town center where he's applying a good amount of pressure and is seeing this town center, seeing that the Viper went... I've heard other casters call this greedy. I don't know that I like the word greedy. I don't really know that I really like that. The Viper is putting on a lot of aggression. And he's got a castle here in the center so that if JorDan decides to engage into the Viper's base, he's going to have to take care of this castle. You know, he can always go around like what he's doing right now, but if he wants to win the game, he needs to either make a major pivot north or he's going to have to deal with this castle. So the Viper is setting himself up in a situation where he can defend a good chunk of his base here. I don't know that you want to really... I wouldn't necessarily call that greedy. This is a civilization that has very chunky units. Elephants for 40% off. You need a big population for that. In any event, I'm going to stop going on a diatribe. I just don't like... I don't know why it bothers me that this kind of strategy is called greedy. No, it's an economic strategy. You know, there's nothing greedy about it. Just like there's nothing greedy about building 100 army supply and trying to swarm your opponent. One play is economic, one play is military. This game is an absolute treasure of a game that allows you to choose many different play styles. I love this, by the way. You're going to send karambits to try to bust through my base. You're going to send two-handed swordsmen. Finally, a +1 attack upgrade on them, and also looks like gambesons. Do they get gambesons? Yeah, Malay get gambesons, yeah. Same time, Knight in the back still with just a +2 attack. Come on, JorDan. If he doesn't see this relic by the end of the game, he is absolutely going to kick himself. Mangonels, a spearman, monks, crossbows, knights. He is going up to Imperial about 20 seconds ahead of the Viper. What the hell is this? Where is the Viper going? I mean, I guess he needs wood. He's got no wood at all. Oh, no. Already 8 kills on these knights. The pikemen engage with the weaker knight, but the stronger knight rather, but the weaker knight moves in, distracting. I love this move from JorDan. He knew if he just fought them head on, they would kill both knights, but at least by sacrificing one, he had some time. And what an absolute hodgepodge of infantry, karambits, pike, and a long swordsman hanging out in front of that castle. This is why these villagers were here, collecting wood. But JorDan, beautiful play here by him. He's going to be an Imperial in 3, 2, 1, poof, and just like that, our Lithuanian now has access to some of the heaviest cavalry, if not the heaviest cavalry units in the game, and the Viper is not getting this castle up, not with his tower. But I say that, 5 more villagers, but they are undefended. They are not behind a stone wall here. Will JorDan kill them before that pike make it over is the real question. Okay, Viper using his villagers, luring the knights into the pike. More, oh my goodness, this is why he's got 140 villagers, so they can absolutely shred, not shred, send them to their deaths here. Knights continue to engage with pike. Not bad. I mean, knights will take out the pike. A pike is the technically a counter, but they do trade off quite well. What are you? Karambits being sent to the back of JorDan's base. The Viper is going to see the relic first. No, he's going the long way. By going the long way, he's missing. What he will attract is the lion? No? Okay. Why did the lion not engage there? I have no idea. The Viper does get the castle up. Treb on the production tab, both of them at roughly the same time, will release the trebuchets. No, the Viper garrisons his. JorDan, a second behind, ungarrisons his. So we're going to have a good old-fashioned standoff here. Karambit's in the back. Lion says, not today, not on my watch. Does take 4 HP off that Karambit. Knights streaming north. Mangonel gone. Crossbows continuing to wreak havoc here, but there is enough infantry for the Viper so that this cavalry Laichai are out. 4 of them, +2 attack. Has he seen the relic? No, now it's even more annoying because it's literally 1 tile away. Literally 1 tile. Oh, JorDan's going to kick himself when he sees this. Looks like the Viper's castle will be first to fall here unless he throws a few villagers at repairing it, and Karambit's moving in against the crossbows. Are the crossbows on the high ground? Hard to tell. This flood of infantry is going to overwhelm. Knight with 3 kills continues to do damage here, and now that his castle is gone, the Laichai are free to play, and in they come. Every poke of the lance, every 1.9 seconds, 15 HP, ignores armor. Oh no, now the Viper's villagers, and he's got 150 villagers, does the Viper. He's going up to 157. He is either planning on throwing them away, or he's planning on going full balls to the wall Karambits, because with 48 supply of, or rather, no, what am I talking about? 45 supply, you can build 90 Karambits, remember. Clearing up the infrastructure is our yellow Viper, but he has lost the gold pile here to the south. JorDan need to maybe advance with these trebs a little bit quicker. And now he's knocking on the doorsteps of JorDan's original the Viper's original palisade wall. And this is a lot of dead villagers. Oh no. What is happening here? Oh, and he lost. The Viper seems to be collapsing on all fronts to the north. No longer building this castle, 2,000 HP and plummeting to the south. Karambits and pikemen pushing back Lechai, but 16 kills on these guys already. This night, fresh recruit comes in. And JorDan just unrelenting, continuing to get upgrades for his cavalry units. Castle now down to 1,000, but he's been cleared up. No more pressure on the Viper's base. Where are you going with this, Treb? Oh, that was almost disastrous here for JorDan, although it might just still be. It might still be if this Treb remains unsupported. Where the hell's he going with this Treb? Oh, no. Bad news bears for you, Treb. Luckily, these guys don't really move that much faster when clumped. But now unclumped, they are going to wreck this Treb. Remember, like I said, overall weak, attacking like a longbow at an 11. Castle down? Did the Viper cancel, or is this what his stone was before? And now it's him who's knocking on the front gate of his opponent's base. And by the way, he's going to annoy the hell out of JorDan with 5 simple halberdiers. Our Lithuanian is under siege. 23 Lechai, though. Oh, Karambit. 8 kills going to be, right? 8 kills on this one Karambit. And now JorDan says, hey, nice hill. I'll take it. Not exactly an Age of Empires taunt, but actually, I think JorDan can engage into this with Lechai. People underestimate Lechai. Okay, he sees the relic. He sees the relic. Tell me he's going to send a monk. This will give him another +1 free attack boost on these Lechai. I think people underestimate Lechai a lot against things like halberdiers. Sure, halberdiers have an amazing 32 attack bonus against cavalry. And here we go. But Lechai, by ignoring armor... Okay, never mind. JorDan running out of stone. Running out of space here. Engaging with these Lechai. What the hell are you doing? But the fact that these guys ignore armor and they attack on a 1.9 compared to a halberdier's, what is it, 3? Even the Karambits, what's their attack speed? 2. So the Lechai do attack, and now the Vipers cut off a chunk. This is 14 that are in danger here, but JorDan doesn't pounce. JorDan playing a more defensive style here to the south. Halbs are gone. Oh, JorDan splits up his army. 14 Lechai head south to wreak havoc on this farming community. While how many stay at home? 15. Although one of them looks like he's about to get overrun. Okay, JorDan playing a bit of a waiting game. Oh no. Took a horrible engage, but the Viper's base, he's down to 122 villagers. I say he's down because he was at 150 a second ago. Relic is gone. JorDan 3-2. His Lechai are now at a +5. 21 damage for every poke and prod. Remember, halberdier's also not that tanky with 60 HP. 3 pokes. And they are dead. JorDan attacking the back of the base here. Wants to get the hell out of dodge. 6 kills for this one night. 7. 8. Man, we are seeing some amazing rating out of both players. And now JorDan mixing in some skirmishers. Remember, they can be upgraded to get extra armor. They move a little bit faster. I think 10% faster than normal. And here we go. JorDan engages. He should take this fight. I'm calling it for the Lechai. Absolutely epic. Epic. But a second wave. The Viper knows if you don't get him on the first wave, send in another. Now the Lechai are at half health. Now I'm starting to get a little worried for them. Okay, if you don't get them on the second wave, then send in a third, I guess. Yeah. The Lithuanian Lechai just took that first battle. But if you're fighting, you know, we've discussed this on our live streams, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out the live streams, definitely check them out. When we watch deathmatch games, for example, and somebody's playing Persians, and they're just pumping out 60 elite battle elephants, and the opponent is sending camels, or he's sending halbs, or he's sending something to counter them, you're never going to kill that unit on a first round. You're never going to be able to overwhelm a unit that powerful, just like you're not going to do that with Lechai. I mean, these guys have 150 HP. They've got 5 melee, 5 pierce armor, And sure, you do a big old amount of bonus damage, 32, but they have 150 HP. So let's actually take a look at what we're working with here. Let's ignore the villagers and the Treb. We've got 19 Lechai. We've got 14 skirmishers, 31 halves, 17 karambits, and 4 two-handed swordsmen. Let's take a look at those upgrades on the two-handed swordsman. 16 melee of 4. HP, not that different. Actually, let's get rid of the Treb. About 10, 15% difference. 17%. I don't know. You do the math. This is not a fight that, like I said, that I think our Malay was going to win. But what the Viper knows is that if at first you don't succeed, send in a second frickin' wave. And that is exactly what he's doing. This is how you, what did Frank say in House of Cards in the first episode? How you devour a whale, one bite at a time. So you're not going to destroy this army. So let's see what ends up happening. I mean, we know what kind of happens, but Lechai leave the skirmishers to fend for themselves. Dick move. JorDan turns around, and now he's going to gun everything down. By the end of this battle, I'm surprised there's going to be a single skirmisher. In the middle of all this, the skirmishers became elite. So good for the Viper for forcing the fight while they were not elite. So the first wave is done. Now wave 2 comes in for the Viper. 5 halbs, a karambit, and a two-handed swordsman. Obviously, look at the HP of the armies here. Now the difference is more noticeable. 700 or so HP. So they're going to damage the Lechai even more. The Lechai pivots south to deal with this, and they're going to immediately slaughter all of this. Barely losing any HP. 150 HP or so. But wave number 3 comes in. And now take a look, the Lechai, look at their HP. They're just way too low. And the Viper here, even though the HP is similar, and even though the unit count 9 to 13 is not that dissimilar, I think JorDan just realized, you know what? He's going to keep throwing more and more infantry at me. And my Lechai are just basically done. I have no gold, 35 gold. And even though I've got relics, no longer, by the way, because just as he GG, right before he GGs, the monastery falls. So all of these things put together, the loss of his very powerful army. By the way, he lost all 14 or how many 14 or 15 Lechai that he sent here. You can still see their armor littering the sands. Even though he lost that, fine, but losing the army at home, losing control of the relics, running out of gold. How many villagers on gold right before he quit? 0 villagers on gold. So he's mined this part out. No, he hasn't. He lost control of it. Yikes. There's just nothing that JorDan can do. Look at him. Risky move. This is not a move you make through potential castle fire, through karambit pathing that these villagers want to make. This is the Oregon Trail. These villagers are not making it to their destination. They are going to die of dysentery. And by dysentery, I mean castle fire and karambits. Has he seen the castle, by the way? No, he hasn't. So he is going to be in for a rude awakening if this villager just steps a little bit over this line. And JorDan realizes that all 3 things together, the lack of the attack upgrades, the lack of gold, and the lack of an army, 20 army supply to 77, just means that he can no longer contest what the Viper is sending him. And by the way, he sees exactly what the Viper is sending. Wave number 4. This wall gives him vision. So he sees yellow streaming across the map. He's lost control of the gold. What an absolutely super fun game, though. 350 kills for our Lithuanian, more than double the villager kills, 97 to 46. The Viper, 184, basically half the kill count. But man, half that kill count was Lechai, Knights, etc. 46 Lechai to 153 Karambit Warriors. APM pretty damn similar. Okay, JorDan at the all important 25-second mark of the game. The Viper also in the earlier stages of the game. Let's see if Relic Gold played any role in this. Absolutely not. Literally, what, 25 gold apart? Okay, Viper with a few more resources did have a huge civilian lead. Where is it, by the way? Let's go to the peak. World population time. Okay, I don't know what this is. In any event, we saw the Viper went up to 100. Was going up to 157 villagers. JorDan leading in wood a little bit, gold a little bit. The Viper food significantly, stone enough for about 2 extra castles. Let's see if we had any converts. No, it didn't play a role at all. But what an absolute stupendous fun game, and just a clinic by the Viper of how to overwhelm a stronger unit. It doesn't matter if you take a absolutely horrible engage at first. It doesn't matter if you take a absolutely horrible engage a second and a third time. But the 4th time, the 5th time, the 6th time, that's when it really matters. And the Viper is going to start sending army after army, wave after wave after wave. Let's zoom out and see what his production structures look like. 9 barracks. I guess I could have just seen here 3 castles, still 108 civilians, 124 for JorDan. Unfortunately for him, only a little bit of stone left. Actually, no, 1,200 stone. No, he hasn't started mining this. Maybe if he mined this, discovered the relic a little bit too late, and like I said, it's probably going to kick himself for saying, oh my god, it was so close to my base. Why the hell didn't I just look there? These villagers are, like I said, and I suspect not going to make the trip. You're just not going to make it. You're going through Castle Fire, Karambit, more and more Karambits are streaming out, meaning the Viper's going to see this. He's not going to miss blue dots streaming across the map, just like JorDan is not going to miss this army streaming across the map. Viper's resources, absolutely amazing. 3,000 food, 1,300 gold, another castle's worth of stone. And so JorDan really did look like he was about to overwhelm the Viper a few times in this game, both militarily and economically. The rating was amazing. Almost 100 villager kills to the Viper's 46, almost double the kill count, but ultimately his army just could not be replenished, does not have the resources. So yeah, he took 1, 2, 3 amazing engages here, still has Trebs, still has 2 castles to the north. What he doesn't have is resources. What he doesn't have is +3 attack, even though he's rebuilding the monastery. Ark of the Covenant waiting to get lowered into its secret chamber. And the Viper just takes the W, but really GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.